What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on Evgeny Kuznetzov finally coming over to the Capitals in the not-too-distant future. Supposedly he'll be over sometime in March, which they've been saying for a couple years now, but supposedly this time it's for real. He's a 21-year-old kid who the Capitals took in the first round in 2010, who fell to them with the 26th pick because of the, Russian factor. But I'm happy for the Capitals. They had faith in this kid. He's still only 22. I mean, think about it. 21. Had they drafted, a college-bound player like, the Chicago Blackhawks did with Kevin Hayes, he hasn't signed yet, and he's still playing college hockey. So, 4 years after the draft, probably not that big of a deal, with these young players. But, I think the thing with Kuznetsov is he's that much of an asshole, to put it bluntly. I think, if anything, it'd be more the Carl Soderberg effect, where Soderberg comes over last year, helps the Bruins a little bit, played pretty well in the playoffs, and he's been a very effective player this season. He had an amazing pass to set up Chris Kelly for a goal last night. So, he's been an effective NHL player. I remember when Kuznetsov was lighting up the World Juniors, and he lit it up twice, I might add. People were comparing him to Evgeny Malkin. That's a stretch, to put it very, 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 very lightly. He's not Gino. Nobody's Gino. But he's a big center that can be effective offensively. I don't think Nick Backstrom should be looking over his shoulder, in terms of him taking Backstrom's job as Washington's #1 center. I think he can be a good complementary player. And, to be a cog in the Washington Capitals machine, so to speak. I love his game. He's put up very good numbers in the KHL. 41, 44, 17 points in 27 games this year. Not exactly lighting the world on fire, but it's important to note the KHL is arguably more than likely the second best league on the face of the planet. So those numbers have they carry weight. And again, I don't think Washington's going to be asking him to carry too much of a load offensively. I think he's just going to go out, play his game, help out when he can, bring him some depth, and some young legs when they need it. And again, I don't think this will be the Radulov effect. Supposedly, he's going to live with Ovechkin, which I think is a good thing. People are going to knock Ovi's maturity and everything else, but bottom line is Alexander Ovechkin is one of the best players in the NHL. And to have him show Kuznetsov, the ropes, so to speak, not necessarily on the ice, but how to be an effective pro off the ice. And the big thing is, it's a culture. It's going to be a culture shock for the kid coming over from Russia. Not that it's a knock on Russia or the United States. It's just the two different cultures. And I think Ovechkin's definitely been over here long enough where he gets it. He can explain different things to the kid. And I think Ovechkin's parents are in Washington. I know his girlfriend is Maria Karolinko. She's not answering mine. She broke up with me from Malkin. It's sad, but I kid. But, I think just to have, a Russian community there in so many ways to help him out is big, and I think, again, will definitely help him going forward. Actually, a few years ago, they had, Ovechkin, Kozlov, Semin, Fedorov, a couple other guys, too, that were, very, very good players, and, I think that'd be a bigger Russian community, the biggest Russian community outside of Moscow, but anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Evgeny Kuznetsov, probably bringing his talents to the Washington Capitals this season. Stay tuned for more episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.